So we've been talking about industrial AI for more than 2, 3 years now. Much water has passed, I would say, since the topic got introduced. Again, it gained a lot of steam after the Chat GPT announcement came in the consumer world. So we've started talking about industrial AI then. So this goes back to 2022. But where we are today, we see that the use cases for industrial AI have been proven more or less at small scale, but there is still a big gap between pilot and enterprise deployment. It's quite a wide gap. So, in your own assessment, what do you think that we are closer to closing that gap? Or do you think the industry has been saying we're almost there for too long?
Where we see the most positive work is at the process level, where there's defined variables and you can have a closed loop in some way where AI can even start decisioning. I think where we struggle still is factory-wide deployments, and maybe quite a bit of that is due because we still think of how to do this in an OT kind of way, where a factory has a budget and things are local and there's no necessarily overarching strategy that's done in more of an IT strategic way, right? So that's where I think we're still missing that piece. Is sometimes you still talk to procurement leaders who are doing global MFAs, and they're still thinking about how do I get the best discount on this product instead of how do I transition my company to be AI enabled or AI native.
My own research has led me to this conclusion that the reason why we are seeing a delayed or a very slow adoption of industrial AI to the point that many are giving up on OT adoption is not because the innovation of industrial AI in itself is not having value. It is just that we need these two risks positions to be addressed adequately. Now, I can see the co-innovation risks are being addressed because now we have a lot of companies coming up with all the innovations required for a solid industrial AI value proposition. But the real challenge is in the adoption chain risk. And I'm not seeing any major initiative being done or being taken up by the proponents of industrial AI to help the adoption chain adopt.
What Amazon did with Kindle is a multi-sided marketplace because that's their speciality. And then the second topic in the space of ebooks is certainly that all of the content is digital, which helps tremendously, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I find it difficult to compare to the industry that is, from a business model perspective, far away from a multi-sided marketplace, multi-sided platform economy approach. And every IoT platform that has, we try to establish, Siemens tried to establish, AWS and others, failed with regards to that promise of becoming a multi-sided market in a sense. So this is one aspect. The other aspect is we are not starting greenfield. Production is running and production is running stable. Mm-hmm. So we must acknowledge the reality of our customers, the reality of our, of a production manager who says, I'm running this production for 10 years and I'm optimizing this production 10% per year.
The companies we see adopting AI the best and actually giving startups a chance are family-run manufacturing companies, because they're the operators, but they're also the owners, and they can decide, hey, this thing has been in my family for 200 years and I don't want it to die, and I am really scared it's going to die in 10 years, and let me try to fix that right now. But if you don't have that connection or ownership to the company and you're just an operator and it's just your job, there's so much employment risk, there's so much other risk associated with trying to create a dramatic change. It really, unfortunately, has to come from the top down in a lot of these circumstances. I think there's potentially going to be a lot of green fields. There's so much money coming into physical AI You're going to see entire new sections of greenfields coming in.
So I think I've never seen startups interested in the industry so much so before industrial AI. I mean, I can pretty much, at least till, I will say last month, I've always come across a new company every week, at least one new company every week. What do you think are the startups sensing here? Is it the AI hype in general, or do they really see something missing in the industrial world that they think they can really contribute and capitalize on?
The more digital industry becomes, the more interesting are they as a market. So, when I have an IT background, an AI background, and have a clever idea and have, done some studies at university and feel skilled and equipped to do stuff, I really can start. The more digital the environment is now. I mean, OPC UA started, I don't know how many years ago, right? And, companies came together, defined the data standards, defined the semantics, work jointly on OPC UA companion specs. But only now OPC UA companion specs are implemented in certain machines, and the newest generations of those machines delivers what I need to access in terms of data via OPC UA, right? Injection molding machines, Euromap standard, and all of that stuff.
The current OT structures that we have in place are based on human competencies. Now, when you look at an agent does not, for example, just need to do quality control, or does not just need to do, say, metrology. It can do all of it together. So as you put, Viro, I think the challenge that we're currently having is we are targeting industrial AI's value proposition based on existing structures which are human defined. But AI in itself can go beyond the human limitations that we have.